By the 31st century, desperate due to the dilithium shortage, Starfleet Command would begin to employ privately owned starships for cargo runs. And heading up this new private fleet was the Farnsworth Class. But what do we know about this impressive hero starship design? Well, today we'll find out. Hello and welcome to another episode of Truth or Myth Beta Canon, a Star Trek web series that dives into the history of any given topic using beta canon sources and my own imagination to fill in the gaps. In today's episode, we're taking a look at the Farnsworth Class to better understand its place in Star Trek history. Please note, I'd like once again to say thank you to you all out there for all the kind words and well wishes. It really does mean a lot to me. Also, please excuse the status of my voice right now. Unfortunately, as a side effect of one of the medications I have to take is a temporary dry hacking cough, and as a result, I pulled a vocal cord. But due to the clear importance of this video, I didn't want to wait until my voice was 100% to release it, and I'd guess you'd understand why. But as always, because this is just a beta canon video, all information relayed should pretty much be taken with a grain of stardust and only considered a little bit of Star Trek fun. And so, with all that out of the way, let's begin. Generally speaking, by the 31st century, the galaxy was at peace. Though enemies still existed in the Milky Way, such as the Breen, most of those hostile races would give Starfleet and its assets a wide berth, and vice versa. But the 31st century brought a new crisis to the table, something far worse than enemy raids, that being the dilithium shortage. Starfleet Command, in cooperation with all member worlds, worked frantically to solve the issue, but all to no avail. The Vulcans, Klingons, Romulans, even the Gorn had their best and brightest working towards a solution, but sadly none came. Whether it was warp drive, transwarp, or quantum slipstream drive, the graph warp system of the Klingon Empire, or the quantum singularity drive of the Romulan Republic, every version of faster-than-light travel required dilithium in one form or another to operate. Take the Romulan quantum singularity drive, for example. Though powered by an artificially generated quantum singularity, the Romulan drive system required dilithium crystals to regulate power output. Starfleet Command, however, still held out hope. But in the meantime, they had to act fast to slow down the use of what little remained of that once abundant resource. And so, they enacted what would become known as Protocol Zero. In essence, Protocol Zero was a complex plan to spread out Starfleet's resources throughout Federation space. Most starships themselves would be assigned to a specific sector or star system, operating in those areas on minimal power only, utilizing the impulse reactor systems for most power generation. The warp core itself, while kept active in case of an emergency, would operate at minimal power output only. Starships would also be minimally crewed, removing all non-essential personnel, again all in an effort to conserve power and put less strain on a starship's dilithium reserves. While this plan was sound and essential, Starfleet Command knew that various member worlds desperately depended on cargo supplied by other member worlds simply to survive. And given those situations, Starfleet Command would keep certain starships completely active, doing necessary large cargo runs, while also turning to the private sector to sign up their own starships for smaller deliveries to worlds and colonies. And in the year 3000, the Farnsworth Class starship Planet Express would join the emergency cargo fleet. Sitting at a length of 82.16754993 meters, the Farnsworth Class was designed to be operated by 3 loyal crew members. Utilizing the pocket dimension principle, however, the ships themselves were much bigger on the inside than the outside. Painted in the color known as electric mucus, the Farnsworth Class included a specially designed propulsion system. Dropping slightly into a new layer of subspace, the Farnsworth Class is actually capable of traveling at 99% the speed of light, which in that layer of subspace is a lot faster than traditional light speed, since the speed of light in that layer was redefined in 2208. Utilizing its incredible dark matter reactor, the Farnsworth class was also equipped with afterburners, which were able to provide over 200% fuel efficiency. However, with a few minor adjustments, the Farnsworth class was also capable of running on synthetic whale oil, thanks to the 23rd century revival of the humpback whale. Tactically, the Farnsworth class was well armed for a starship of its size, containing a top-mounted phaser turret, as well as 2 torpedo launching systems. So adequately armed, the Farnsworth class has successfully fought against many enemies, including the Robot Mafia, the Space Pirates, and the Omicronians during their first attempted Earth invasion. The Farnsworth class also contains one of the most advanced computer systems known to exist in the Milky Way galaxy. With a sentient AI, the ship itself is actually capable of entering a consenting relationship. The cargo complex of the Farnsworth class is truly amazing to behold, even containing 2 hover dollies to help move heavy cargo around. Other internal facilities include crew cabins, a crew lounge, a sauna, a full galley, a medical bay, a jungle room, a panic room, and even a basement where the crew of the ship can wait out various space storms in relative safety. Having the ability for atmospheric flight and planetary landfall, no one could deny the amazing abilities of the Farnsworth class. In fact, the class's ability to be easily modified would allow the ship to do many things a normal Starfleet vessel could never do, such as shrink in size, submerge and travel through the depths of a planetary ocean, have standardized warp nacelles attached to it, and even painted a different color. The Farnsworth class Planet Express ship would quickly become a hero starship design during the early 31st century, even traveling through time on many occasions, much to the dismay of temporal investigations. Created as a pet project by its designer, the Farnsworth class would become so much more, such as a beacon of light during the dark times of the 31st century, earning this class its massively important shiny metal place in Starfleet, Federation, and galactic history. Thank you for watching today's episode of Truth or Myth Beta Canon. What do you think of the Farnsworth class and the historical narrative that I've created here? Do you want to see more videos like this one? Well, leave your comments in the section below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, hitting that little bell icon so you won't miss a single video we release. Want to help the channel deliver packages on time and in relatively good shape throughout the galaxy? Then consider becoming a channel member subscriber or a channel patron. Both a major help that allows this channel to purchase resources and 3D models to keep it going. The link to both memberships is in the description below. Thanks again for watching. Live long and prosper.
Bite my shiny metal ass.